Well, economists expect a lower consumer inflation number when figures for August are announced tomorrow. July's data came in at 6.3% year-on-year. Most analysts believe the Reserve Bank will keep interest rates on hold when it announces its decision on Thursday.
Earlier in the year, the Reserve Bank forecast that inflation would peak in the fourth quarter, but analysts suggest a peak of 6.6% reached in May and June may have passed already. As a result, there's optimism about the inflation trajectory.
The inflation is likely to moderate lower. We have seen food prices come down, petrol price cuts that are going to moderate that inflation number, and some statistical base effects on those two numbers will also make sure that it's coming down. So the discussion now is about whether inflation has peaked or not. The central bank had said that it will peak in Q4, but we're seeing that peak coming sooner than expected. So we're expecting about 6.2%, which is about what the market is expecting.
Economist Elna Moorman says she thinks fuel prices will remain stable for the balance of this year into the next. And given her positive outlook for inflation, she reckons the Reserve Bank will hold fire on rates this Thursday.
I think it's a very difficult decision. Our baseline view is they won't change interest rates. I think the economy is under severe pressure, and because I'm then a little bit more optimistic than the Reserve Bank about inflation, they don't need to hike rates at this stage.
The Reserve Bank will also have to wrestle with July data which showed that key productive sectors like manufacturing and mining languished, while the consumers also struggling to come to the party due to the high cost of living and the higher cost of borrowing. But with inflation seemingly easing, it may give the Reserve Bank the breather it needs not to act. Nompumelo Losiziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.